Hey guys, welcome back to Facebook Ads Don't Crap Yourself training. So today we're going to deep dive into campaigns and we're going to go into just an overview of everything. So how it works, what goes where, different objectives and when to use them, pixel placements so you know exactly where to put them and why. How to label things so they don't look clunky and messy when you're going through a power editor. This will just allow you to keep a handle on things and know exactly what's working, what's not, and how to split test and a little strategy behind that, and how to basically get images to attract your ideal clients. Okay, so first of all, we're diving into the structure of your Facebook ads. So as you know, so in the beginning you should have seen the little overview on module 1. So we're trying to make a little marketing machine. So the Facebook ad, that runs straight to your opt-in page, which goes straight to your application page, then onto a thank you page. Then you follow up with a phone call or a meet in person, preferably a phone call. It's a lot easier, requires less time, and leverages your time a lot better. Um, so main mistakes I see when it comes to the Facebook ads are literally like last minute adverts. It's like, I need a client, let's throw an advert out. And obviously they flop because there's not a lot of thought behind them. It's just a case of get an advert out, get a client in. But again, you want to have a big picture, okay? So again, a lot of people think of an advert as a single shot. No, it has to be part of a bigger picture. What's your big idea? What's your big thing? What are you going for? Is it look, this month, this is what we're trying to achieve. It's this many clients. So you know your numbers, you know that inside out. And maybe it's a case that this month we're building authority. These 3 weeks we're building authority. We're offers out on these months, or it's something you're running all the time. So again, not really knowing what's going on. So like I said, not planning a month in advance. You need to know your month, so then you can basically build on that. So let's say the following month you've got a new program coming out, and you want to build some tension with your marketing. So the month before you release the program, you might want to just keep putting out loads of videos which talk about a certain problem, but give your customers no chance to basically relieve that tension from the problem you keep talking about and the solution to it, but there's no clicks, somewhere for them to click and release that tension. Okay, so you build that up, build a nice big audience, and then retarget them with a big offer. So that one runs really well for new programs or services that are just coming out. Again, one thing that really people will struggle with is not building numbers into their campaign, so not knowing their magic metrics that I went through in the last section. So some people go, okay, well, we'll put £10 a day on this ad. We'll boost this post. Honestly, do not waste your money on boosting posts. Okay, it's a waste of time and a waste of money. So again, have a real objective. Like boosting a post, what's that? It's not really direct. It's just like, oh, here's that. Okay, no, be specific with what you're doing. Okay. Another mistake is ignoring the value of unconverted leads. So these are the people that go into your opt-in page and they put their email address in but don't fill out application form. Again, you want to make sure you have a nice email marketing cycle to make them warm and bring them on board. Also, unconverted leads can be people that just see your ad or people that click on your page but don't give you your email address. So again, there's something that's piqued their interest, but they're not quite sure, the trust isn't there, or something's going on there. So get in the head of your customer, and now it's a chance to again start building your audiences and retargeting. So again, the retargeting thing is so powerful and so underutilized. It's crazy. So again, that comes down to another mistake is only focusing on ready to buy now leads. So when it comes to our direct response, what we want, okay, is we want to put an advert out, have a big picture of what we're trying to do. Okay, we want to get them through our funnel, convert them into a client, get a payment on the front end, so that will basically use their money to grow our advertising and grow our business. Okay, so we don't have to dig into our own pockets. So this is all good. This is about 20% of the people that we're sending out. So there's only a small portion of people that are already ready to buy, that they have a problem and they want a solution now. Okay, they have a headache and they want a paracetamol for it right now. Okay, so they're who you're going to target with the direct response stuff. The rest of the people, that's another 80% of people, they don't know that they want your product yet. Okay, so you've got to teach them and build tension in your material that you put out there and in your content that you put out there. Okay. Also, people think that lead generation is the biggest priority. This is one thing that makes me laugh. Sometimes, look, if you are, let's say, on most businesses, unless you have a really strong sales team and you've got like that around you and you can chase people up. If let's say people go, oh, I generated 100 leads in one day. Unless you've got a massive sales team, how the hell are you supposed to follow them up and get on the end of a phone call with them? I mean, you want to basically get a lead through and call them up the same day, because that's when they're taking action. That's the stage of change they're ready for. Okay, so basically a lead comes through the door. You want to follow them up as soon as possible. Otherwise, that lead goes a bit cold. And look, if you're getting hundreds and hundred leads through a day, like that's great. It shows that someone's working. But at the same time, are those leads going to all be the super high quality that you want? Are they going to be ready to buy? Are they going to be qualified properly? And are you going to be able to bloody get hold of them in time? So again, just think, like, I know for my business, if I get for me 1, 2, 3 a day, that's all I want. Again, that's all I can chase up on and give proper quality to. If it's more than that, then I'm going to struggle a little bit. I've got a few salespeople with me, but still, anything more than kind of 5, it's like, again, it takes time and effort and love and care to nurture that lead. So you've got to make sure, again, you have a good follow-up system. Again, if you're getting too many leads through, then a lot of them are just going to go in the dust and nothing's going to happen. All right? And like I said, one I we spoke about and not understand the purpose of a campaign, whether it's like building authority or whether it's direct response. So just a little bit of clarity. So you can go build authority, and then direct response. But look, some people teach a long and tedious marketing cycle. No, we want to put an advert out and we want to put money into it today and get money back tomorrow. Okay, with the £1 in, £4 back. All right. So, like I said, this is the overview. So it's the Facebook ad. So as you see here, it's on your phone, on your desktop. You'll have the thing there, a little sponsored ad, bit of copy, an image, a headline. It's a bit blurred there, but it doesn't matter. You get the gist. All right, and that leads. They click on the link of the image or a link on there or a Learn Now button. They go straight through to the opt-in page. Okay, so the opt-in page. Here's the main purpose of it. Okay, it's to get the conversion. It should feel like a grease slide. So look, they've read through the copy on the Facebook advert. All right, and they've just been led into the opt-in page. They should just slide through it effortlessly and easily, okay? And it should be congruent with the ad as well. So if you're selling, like, let's say it's how to make bread, and then the opt-in page is all about how to twerk. For instance, I don't know why those two would be together, but anyway, if it was that, again, they're not gonna link very well, are they? They're nothing to do with each other. So make sure, again, your ad and the opt-in page link well together and that they work together. Again, kind of similar colors. So again, it's got a nice flow to it. So again, like a grease slide, they just slide down. All right, it's through your funnel. Okay, like I said, specific around the offer. So not just something random or surprising them with something like this costs six grand. Again, because that's going to annoy them. Like, oh, what the hell? You said it was free. You know what I mean? So again, make it sure think about the user experience when, say, if you click on advert. You don't want to be caught off guard by like a big ass sell. Again, you want to click on the ad for what you saw the ad for. All right. So here's what we're looking at here. So we want to look at to make sure that we're getting 15. Well, I said 25 here, but 15 to 30% conversion. Anything above 30% is ninja skills. Unless it's a freebie, then obviously it's going to be a lot higher. But for high quality leads, as long as from opt-in page, so this page here, the opt-in page or squeeze page, through the application form. So as long as 15 to 30% of people land this page and go through the next page, that's perfect. If it's not, then just think, okay, why are they not? And go back on your opt-in page, maybe tweak some colors, maybe it's a bit of copy, and just get in the psyche and the mindset of you being the customer. All right, and that'll help you tweak things. You may find, hey, just a different color or putting a border around something actually increases that by 5-10%. Okay, but look, if as long as 15 to 30%, that's golden, all right? Yeah, let's say it's converting at 25%. I could, let's say, do a split test on the ClickFunnels page and try and get it to 27%. But at the end of the day, it's converting, okay? I'm not going to put extra time and energy into it because there's bigger things to worry about, All right. So as long as it stays within that and you're in your magic metrics, then you're winning. So next one, so see that little arrow? Straight through the application form page. So this application form is to try and capture the lead. So we want to get their details so we can call them and get on the end of the phone with them so we can convert them into happy customers. All right. This page also qualifies the prospect. So ask them a certain amount of questions. There's another hoop for them to jump through. And doing this, it positions you as the expert. Okay. And look, this really gets your customer from you chasing them to them seeking out you and going out their way to work with you, okay? And that you're the go-to person in this niche, in that field for this product, okay? And it also gets them in decision-making mode. So like the last question on the opt-in page, it might be like, how willing are you to invest in yourself, time, money, and financially? Or it could be, how excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 to come along to our workshop? Or scale of 1 to 10, whatever it may be. Again, it gets them into decision-making mode, like, holy crap, like, this is going ahead, this is what I'm going to do, and they commit to it, all right? So you want to aim for 33% of people that land on this page to go through to the thank you page. So 33%. You might, when you first go on it, actually might work out better. It might be like, if it's something free, then it may work out around a lot higher, around the 50s to 80% sometimes. All right, and then you'd be like, what, 33%? Are you joking? That's easy. Okay, but again, if they're highly qualified leads and you've really done a highly qualified bit of copy for them, then anything above 33% from application form to thank you page is spot on. All right. So the aftercare page or thank you page. So this page still, look, it's the end of the funnel. All right, and it still has a lot of work to do, and so this will make the sale a lot easier. And it will increase the likelihood of them getting on the phone with you and at the end of the day actually giving a shit who you are when you are on the phone with them. Alright? So the plan on this page, okay, the thank you page, is to tell them what's going to happen next. Okay? Like I said, imagine you're marketing to Homer Simpson and look, you need to tell him everything that he needs to do. Otherwise, he's just going to like, well, what happens now? Alright? So that was a terrible Homer impression, but you get the gist. So again, you want to remove any fear they may have. So okay, this is going to happen next. We're going to, look, we've received application form. Phew. Okay, now we'll go through review your application and we'll reach out and be in contact with you. Okay, you want to frame the sales call. So you want to make them feel like, you know what, this application form was a good idea. So if you have a video of you on the thank you page of you saying like, welcome, I look forward to connecting with you, something warm and welcoming, and just convincing them that look, this is a great idea for them to do. And that was, yeah, it is a really good idea for them to do, take away that fear, and go, oh, okay, yeah, now I'm looking forward to the call and actually excited about it. Okay, you also want to maybe future pace them, say, look, imagine, let's say, 12 weeks from now, how amazing it would be if, and then go maybe talk about the outcomes that they're actually trying to get. Look, if we had all this sorted and you felt like this or like this, okay, so use that word imagine and bridge into their future. Again, that's going to be like, wow, that's awesome. And look, they'll declare in their head once they've done that, like, that's where I want to be. Okay, and you can even ask this. So you can even say a bit of message like, look, 70% of the people that fill out this form come join us, okay, and they receive an amazing X, Y, and Z. But there's still 30% of people that fall off the wagon and don't follow through with things and still are stuck with the same frustrations and fears, etc., that your client may have. Okay. So now you can ask them, okay, now who do you want to be? Do you want to be the 70% who have found the solution, who are X, Y, Z, that your service, your product provides? Or do you want to be the 30%? What category would you like to be in? Okay, and then they'll be in their head, they'll be like, hey, I want to be part of the awesome 70%. Hell yeah. So again, it gets them to declare in their head what they're going to do. And yeah, that way it will position you again as the authority. And it will hopefully increase the follow-through from application form to phone call. Okay? So, pixel placements. Like we spoke about pixel in the last video. So, pixel is just a bit of code. You only have one pixel on Facebook. That's your pixel. Okay? And then we have custom pixels, well, a bit of code on the pixel that we're going to use and put on different pages. Okay? So, it's the same pixel. It's just a little snippet of the pixel where we can basically follow customers around, if that makes sense. Alright, so we're going to put the pixel on your ClickFunnels page, on every page, okay? And we'll show you how to do that in the following videos. So every time someone lands on your page, the pixel is going to fire up and the details about that client is going to be captured, all right? And then basically we're going to have another bit of code that we're going to put on the opt-in page. Oh no, that's, okay, I lied. So again, you have the big bit pixel that's on every single page. So on the opt-in page, it will just be the standard view page pixel. So it'll land the opt-in page, the customer's information will be captured by the pixel and the pixel will fire. Alright, so you can use this information to retarget, etc. And then on the application page, alright, we want to track, like I said before, how much it's costing us per email address. And we want to know when someone's put their email address in to go through to the application form page so we can track our metrics. So what we do is put a little bit of pixel code on the application form page. Okay, we call this opt-in custom pixel code. All right, and there'll be in the pixel training. Don't worry, we'll talk you through exactly how to do this. Okay, so on the opt-in custom pixel code, with this opt-in custom code, it'll be on application form page, and it'll be able to tell us every time someone puts their email address in and lands your application form page and how much those email addresses are costing you. Okay, and then on the thank you page, we want to track everyone that goes from the application form page to your thank you page. All right, so we put a different bit of code on the thank you page, which is the application custom pixel. All right, so then we can track anyone who's filled the application form and land on the thank you page. We can work out how many people have and how much is it costing us. So again, then we can look back at our metrics and be like, cool, that's working well, that's not working well. All right, so again, everything is run by metrics in Facebook marketing. Okay, so just a little visualization. So again, in ClickFunnels, okay, we're going to put a bit of code which is going to be on every single page anyway. And then we're going to put the opt-in page code on the application form page. So anyone that lands on this page, so from the opt-in page, the application form page, we're going to tell how many people have and how much it's costing us per email address. Because that's what they're putting in here. They're putting an email address in on here. And then on the thank you page, okay, we're going to put another bit of code which will tell us how many people have landed from the application form to the thank you page and how much it's costing us. Okay, so go through the pixel training, and again, that's all you're going to be doing, planting them on different pages and clicking this, clicking that. It's very easy. All right, so this is how your campaign structure looks like. All right, so at the top, your umbrella, you have the campaign. And then just underneath that, so underneath the campaign, you have different ad sets. So let's say you have two different ad sets. All right, and then two different ads. So let's say ad set one, it has your targeting, let's say it's females. And let's say your budget's £5 a day. And let's say the interests are, let's say, photography. And the ad set two is exactly the same. But then ad two, so that's the copy, the image, and the headline. Copy, image, headline, you might have a different image, but the same copy and headline, and a different image there. Okay, so that's how we do it. So campaign, then inside the campaign, you've got different ad sets with your targeting, your budget, and interests and demographics and how you target everyone. And then the ads are the actual images and the copy you put on the ad, the thing that people read, and the headlines. All right. So we want to make sure that our campaigns, when we're looking at our Power Editor, it's nice and clear, and when we're looking at our ads manager, it's nice and clear, and we can track and know exactly what's going on with our campaign. So for instance, someone said to me, oh yeah, I've got a campaign and yeah, it did really well. It's reaching 10,000 people, but I've got no leads. What's going on? I'd be like, okay, I don't have a bloody clue what's going on, because look, yeah, reach is good, but at the same time, I don't really know, okay, what's your cost per application form? What's your cost per sale? And what's your cost per email address? They're the things that we're worried about. If you go, look, I've had 10,000 reach, I've had 5 application forms and 10 email addresses that are costing me this per application form. Now we're like, okay, cool, now we can do something about that. Look, because we're in a green zone with our metrics. Awesome. So let's tweak this, tweak that. Okay? So we want to make sure that we can monitor and know exactly what's going on and have the labeling correct so we can, again, know what is what. All right? So it's a bit like, again, in the water. If it's muggy water, then when you go to snorkel, I don't know about you, but I quite like snorkeling on a nice beach and just checking out stuff. Look, if it's a muggy water, then you can't really see what's going on. you kind of look around, but you can't really make out what's what. Okay, but look, with clear water, you can go, you see the fishes, you can see what's going where, different rocks. Okay, so campaign labeling. So this is how you're going to do it. So the campaign labeling. So you're going to write the main offer, what it may be. So main offer might be free consultation, okay, whatever it may be, or free breakthrough session, okay, and then you're going to do the placement. So that can be a desktop or newsfeed, and then the country if needed. So if you're targeting Switzerland, Switzerland, all right. Placement, mobile, desktop, and the main offer, whatever it is. So again, that's your umbrella. Then inside the campaign, you're gonna label your ad set. So you're gonna label your copy. So your copy might be, so for instance, sometimes I put price on, sometimes I take price off. So I might have a copy with the price on it. All right. So I might say copy price plus the image. It might be, let's say, if I'm selling, let's say it's a body transformation program. Okay, I might have a picture of a woman doing some ab exercises. So I'll go woman ab exercise. And then the targeting. So I might go female. I might say London. And then it might say interest, fitness, and fat loss. Okay. And then the ad labeling. So the ad is inside the ad set. Just have it exactly the same as your ad set. Okay. So ad set is going to be linked to your ad. So it'll be exactly the same. So you know exactly what's going on. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. So the campaign labeling, so main offer plus placement, so desktop, mobile newsfeed, and country if needed. So if you had two different ad sets, you might have the same copy, but then you have on the image is where the ad is. So you have a different image here. Then you just label the image differently. So it might be here you have women doing ab exercises, and here you have a woman doing a squat. So here you go. Let's say copy price. Then you have the image, woman ab exercise, woman squat, plus the targeting maybe say, so woman, London, and then interests might be fitness and fat loss, wherever it may be. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. So here you've got ad labeling identical to ad set, ad labeling identical to ad set. All right. So now we're going to show you, okay, so you know how we said here, we've got different ad sets and different ads. So we want to test these all the time, okay, against each other. We're going to be like a little scientist. We're doing little tests all the time to see which ad works the best and is getting the most kind of application forms filled out, the most email addresses, etc. All right, we want to know everything and always constantly test and not freak out. So we got our campaign. So let's say we have our control ad set. So usually this is our winning one. So let's pick your best ad set and your best ad. Okay, so your best ad, so let's say these two ad sets may be the same. Okay, so let's say the targeting, the same, the interests are the same, the demographics the same, but the image is different. Okay, so this is, let's say, this was all linked. Okay, remember that's all linked. So you have the copy exactly the same on both ads. But the only thing that's different is the image. So the control image for this one, like I said before, it might be, this is a woman doing an ab exercise. So this is our winning one, which I'm like, hey, that one's going to kick ass. Okay, and this, but at the end of the day, you won't know until your customers react with the ad. Okay, sometimes things that you think will be amazing suck ass and don't work. So you just got to constantly test. All right, and then you may have your variable ad set. So this is what you're testing against the control. So always trying to beat the control. It's like a little game. So the variable image may be a woman doing a squat. Okay, and you might find actually the variable beats the control. In that case, then what we do is change the control's image to try and beat the variable again. So that's a squat, that's an ab exercise. We might change this to a woman sitting on the beach. And go, hey, I want to try and beat the now control ad set. All right, so always trying to beat the control. And this works amazingly well because this means you can put £5 on this ad set and this ad, £5 on this ad set and this ad, and you may have up to kind of 10 if you wanted to, of all with £5, and that'll work out to £50 a day you're spending on your ad budget. But you've got 10 different ads out, so you can test which one's working the best. And then within 48 hours, you'll kind of know which one works the best, and you can scale up or scale down on the ones that aren't working so well. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of the benefits just like I did then. So like I said, it's doing this way, it's very easy to decide which one's working the best. You can test copy and images and headlines, see which one works best. To be honest, the image probably holds the biggest leverage, so start with that. And look, if you're not having much luck with that, then maybe go on to a better copy. If you've got price in the copy, then take the price out, you get more people in, but then the qualification of those people aren't going to be as good. Okay, so for instance, you can on this you can have 3 different ads. So actually scrap that. So some people said like on Facebook when they set up, they say you should have maybe 1 ad set and 3 different ads underneath the ad set. So this is a load of BS, because what happens is that you have, let's say you have, I'll show you. So you have your ad set, and then you have ad 1, ad 2, ad 3. So this wouldn't even be there. So you'd have campaign, the ad set, and then you have ad 1, ad 2, ad 3. So Facebook will just go, hey, I like this one better, and it will spend your money on basically whatever Facebook fancied, okay, rather than having a true split test to find out which one works best, okay. Again, you can always control which one's winning and test against a variable, and plus it means your customers will get more exposure to more ads. And again, remember talking about that ad blindness. Again, it reduces ad blindness, and you're constantly changing the ads up too. So again, you can basically keep running them all the time and just keep working, keep working. You may find sometimes that look, one image maybe works out at it's getting you application forms at maybe £40, and as long as that's in your metrics, then all good. But then another one is actually converting at £15. So it's like almost 3 times as cheap. So obviously that one's the one that's winning. And then you change the image. Again, maybe that one works out cheaper or more expensive. Again, it's all about testing against the control and having fun with it. So let's say, look, if you have, let's say so let's say you had two of the same ad sets and 2 ads, one with the same image, okay? Let's say one's getting quite expensive. So let's say our magic metrics say we can spend £40 on application form, and one of the ads is at £35, converting an application form at £35, and the other ad is converting at £34. Okay, both of those ads are still in our green zone for our ad budget, for us to still make 4 times return on investment. Okay, so they're both green, they're both working. So then you look at what ones again can you tweak. Look, if they're converting, they're converting. Okay, and that's the biggest thing. So always go back to your metrics. That's what I'm trying to get across. So everything's run by your magic metrics. Okay, how much can you spend per application form, and how much can you spend per email address, and what's your cost per sale? All right, those 3 things dictate everything. As long as you know that, then you can't lose. All right. So, different campaign objectives now. So when do you use video view campaigns? When do you use, let's say, a click to website, and when do you use custom conversions? So video view campaigns are a great way of building authority. So let's say before you send a big offer out, you have a video view campaign where you're talking about the specific problem your client has, and then talk about, again, some touching points with it and some stuff that I need to do to help out with it. Alright, and then what you can do is retarget with these video views, and you can also create different audiences. Like I said, you can target people with people that have seen 25% of this video view, or you can target people that have seen 50%, or you can target people that have seen 75 to 95%. So, or you can clump these together. So people that have seen 75 and 95% of this video are probably pretty keen, and they're pretty interested for what you have to say. So if you put another bit of content in front of them, like a free download or another video, and then an offer, then they're more likely to, again, they know who you are, like and trust you, and interact with the stuff that you're putting in front of them. So again, this works really well at reducing your cost per your cost per application form and your cost per sale. Okay, but like I said, we want to again get the mindset. Look, as long as it's within our magic metrics, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we if we wanted to, we can spend up to, like I said, say if you can spend £4. Let's say it's £40 an application form. I'm happy to spend £40 per application form and still make 4 times return on investment, because that's within my metrics. All right. So again, just get that through. I keep saying it, but that's what truly matters. So video views, use them to build authority, and they're great for a retargeting strategy. Okay, and building audiences. All right. So clicks to website. You can use these. So it'll have like a little arrow when you're going to set up your campaign. it could be a clips to the website campaign. So the more people get through to your website or your funnel, the more people are going to opt into it. Okay, and that's going to train your pixel. Okay, imagine like a dog. Okay, it's more you're interacting with it, the more you're training it, the more likely it's going to obey your commands. Okay, so then once you've trained your pixel and it becomes really active after kind of 1,000 kind of conversions and like opt-ins. So once you've done that, you can move on to custom conversions. Okay, and then your pixel will be pretty well trained to go out into your targeting and go find your ideal clients. All right. So again, it's a great way of train your pixel and then go on custom conversions to really target in on your ideal customers. Okay, and get Facebook doing the hard work for you. So image selection. This carries like I said before, it carries so much leverage. So on your Facebook ad, you want to basically think about it this way. You're scrolling through Facebook and you see an image which catches your attention. You're more likely to stop and read the article and click through and go through the funnel. Okay, so the image, you're trying to interrupt the person's pattern of them scrolling through. Oh, what's that? Oh, whoa, that's me. Okay, and then they can basically click through the copy like a grease slide, flow through your funnel, again end up at the end of the phone call with you, and you make the sale and acquire them as a client and serve them well. Okay, so you want with your image. Okay, there's a section in Get Shit Done Today of how to create awesome images. So you see here you got a bit of an overlay, and then you got the title there. Okay, you can do this on a thing called PicMonkey. Okay, so you can get the image, you can put a board around it, which is quite a good little touch. You can also up the contrast, the saturation of the image, so it really stands out from anything that's on the Facebook news feeds or desktops. If it's a high contrast image, then people are more likely to engage with it because it's going to stand out from the mundane, boring stuff that's out there. Okay, but just make sure the image, again, it has something to do with the offer that you're putting out there. So there's no point me going having this image and then saying learn how to make bread. Okay, I talk about bread a lot, but I'm just it's my go-to example, bread. Okay, so. And you get the gist of it. So again, pattern interrupt, high contrast, and make sure it matches what your offer is so it attracts the right people. Okay? So you've just gone through the campaign overview. So again, refer back to this so you know how to label your campaign, ad sets, and your adverts, and then move on to the next section. All right, I'll see you in the next training. Bye.